10-12 साल पहले किसने सोचा था ट्रेनिंग नामक एक शब्द आज की दुनिया में इतना इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाएगा, चाहे वो हमारे इंटरपर्सनल कम्युनिकेशन के बारे में हो या फिर कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनिंग के बारे में हो। लेकिन ऐसी दो लेडीज हैं जिन्होंने इतनी सारी इंसाइट रख के सोचा कि हाँ, मार्केट में this will be in trend and this is never ever going to diminish. Who are they? I'll tell you. They started a company 10 years back and they're running it successfully. They command a good name in the market. कंपनी का नाम है विंग्स और जो फाउंडर्स हैं उनमें से एक मेरे साथ है अभी पायल, but the other co-founder Priyanka Kumar couldn't be with us because her husband is posted elsewhere. Hi, I'm Arthi Karthik. Welcome to today's episode of How's the Josh. और बिना देर करते हुए I will welcome Payal. Hi Payal.
Hi Arthi.
Thank you so much for taking out time.
No, very happy and pleased to be here with you today.
My pleasure. So we both are missing your partner.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so we are missing you, but keeping the conversation. 10 साल पहले कैसे दिमाग में आया कि you will start a company, name it Wings, and what was the story behind this?
So Arthi, this is one of the most interesting parts about this company. So both Priyanka and I, we had ventured out living separately from the husbands, trying to do something on our own, trying to have a career, and we realized that nobody gained out of it. The family really did not allow for you to be staying separately, children to be shuttling between the two parents.
Exactly.
And with the army being the way it is, we wanted to be a part of it. There's a lot that the army does for us, and we wanted to be a part of it. So both of us, I remember we were at Wellington Gymkhana Club, we were having coffee and we decided that we want to do something that would give other fauji ladies a platform.
Okay.
To spring from. So the only thing that came to mind at that time was training. I had dabbled a bit into it and I kind of forced her into it, I would say.
Okay.
That let's just start with this, let's qualify ourselves and then we could probably make a platform from which other ladies could get some foothold.
Okay.
And the name, Wings. So we wanted something in which women was an integral part and success was a part.
Okay.
So women in need of grander success.
Okay.
That was the acronym that time.
Okay.
But now subsequently we have a few men with us as well. So it is like we fly together higher.
Yeah. Basically you're giving wings to women wherever you are. You can still fly high.
Absolutely. Wherever you are, whatever you want to do, nothing is impossible.
So you have a panel where whenever you get trainings, they are not mandatorily physical. They are also अभी तो कोविड अभी खत्म हुआ तो फिर
तो अब तो बहुत ही अच्छा हो गया because okay, COVID was not a nice thing, but what happened, the spin-off for us was very good because virtual platforms are on the rise and they're not going to die down now.
Yeah.
So wherever the people were situated, Back of Beyond was also not Back of Beyond any longer. So they could train from there, they could do whatever they needed to do, they could make content.
Okay.
So it was very easy.
Okay.
Initially, before the COVID days, mostly they had to travel.
Okay.
And that's also not too bad because fauji women are quite
I think it just gives you a me time. You travel, you earn, and you're also having fun while doing it. So
while doing it, and then the exposure, the kick of being alone by yourself, leaving the family behind.
So true, so true. Okay, so tell me, एक बेसिक डाउट जो जनरली लोगों को होता है, जो मुझे भी काफी टाइम से था, अभी मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत क्लैरिफाई हो गया है. What is the difference between training and coaching?
All right. Now training is one to many. Firstly,
okay,
you're addressing an audience, and you're generally talking about some concepts which are not specific to a person. You're talking about concepts which are there in the market. You're discussing something, and it's one to many forum, and nothing specific per individual is taken up.
Okay.
Coaching, on the other hand, is generally one-to-one, can be 1-2 groups of smaller groups of niche groups, 4-5 people, and it is very specific to the demands of the person who's the coachee. So, in the sense, the training is led by the trainer, whereas coaching is generally led by the coachee, the person who's undergoing the coaching.
Okay.
because that's his specific need.
Okay. Okay. That's explained so nicely and such a brief manner.
Thank you.
So, what was the experience of the first time you got an assignment? What was the feeling?
All right, and this is the crazy part. Both of us were pitching to there's just one corporate in Wellington,
Okay.
Pony Needles, if you've heard of it.
Okay.
And we didn't have a list of clients to back us up. We had nothing. I just had some trading experience, and we had the hunger in the belly, so to say. So we walked up to this guy who was the HR head. I still remember his name, Mr. Rajaseelan.
Mm-hmm.
And there we were, two very, very eager, young, fauji girls, saying कि हम ये भी कर लेंगे, वो भी कर लेंगे, just give us a chance, and over eager to, so to say. And he was the staid, elderly person sitting back, and he looked at us and he said, okay, I will give you one book on EI.
Okay.
That time, Arthi, we hadn't even heard what EI was.
Okay.
So we had no idea, but we faked it. So he gave us the book and he said, you take one session on this for my managers.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time itself, he was very sweet about it. So first time itself, he said, okay, you take one session and subsequently we'll see. And you won't believe it, we got that book, we came out of his office and we were jumping up and down because we had no idea how a presentation was made, we had no idea what anything about the entire thing was. Where I had worked earlier or where she had worked earlier, we were working for somebody.
Okay.
So this was the first major thing which came to us because of us. And we knew this was just the beginning. So it was huge excitement, huge amount of, and then we put in the work, of course.
So what was the reaction of that gentleman once you were through with the session?
So he was very kind, he was very appreciative. Of course, there were glitches which we had to fix. And at that point, we were not even trained to be trainers.
Okay.
So we had enrolled in a course. We both had decided that we're going to have all the certifications possible in this field. So that we subsequently, whenever people look at Wings, it is not a company of novices. It is company of qualified, certified, experienced women.
You've come a long way from where you started, right?
Definitely.
And I'm sure to stay current in the market is also a challenge.
Absolutely.
As much as seeking out clients, but trend में रहना बहुत जरूरी होता है.
बहुत जरूरी है. Update करना अपने आप को बहुत जरूरी है.
So both of you keep doing that.
Absolutely. Always. We are always learning and growing. Till date, I would say, not just us, people who are associated with us, we make sure that each one of us spends at least 1 to 2 hours learning per day.
Oh, wow.
We are doing current courses.
That's quite an amount of time, 1 to 2 hours a day.
And that's non-negotiable. That's non-negotiable. For both of us at least, even if we are on holidays, it is like...
So like today, if somebody wants to get into training, apart from NLP and being a life coach, what are the courses? Because it will be jargon for, a person like me, because हमें तो मोटा-मोटा चीज पता है, right? So what are the finer aspects of training nowadays?
So first, Arthi would be a certification as a trainer from a valid place. So you have the IFC, which is the Indian International.
So you're talking about train the trainer course.
Train the trainer course from different things. You have a lot of them in the market, and all of them would be 5 to 7 days. Now I think they're online also. Though I would recommend if somebody could do an offline course because. Becoming a trainer is all about owning the space, connecting with the audience. The nuances can be learned online. I would say that, but yes.
I agree because when I did the train the trainer course, the person who was training us, the gentleman, he told us that as a trainer, बहुत लगता है कि लोग हमें सुने, but ऐसा होता नहीं है. It is 70% audience should participate, 30% it is you. But India में generally बहुत कम ऐसा होता है that you find trainers who give the other person a chance to speak or who do participation kind of a thing, exercises. Otherwise क्या होता है वो बहुत one way communication हो जाता है. So that I think that was my takeaway from train the trainer.
And unless it's interactive, unless the participants can get up and share them, there's no takeaway.
Exactly.
So the training is not, I would not say it's been effective unless people can say, okay, from this training I took up this one thing that I'm going to implement in my life. And like you said, 70% is theirs. अपने को काम बहुत कम करना है. काम उनको करना है.
So it should be exercise based more.
Yes,
In terms
interactions,
of,
exercises, activities, worksheets.
Okay, so once somebody has done train the trainer, and after that,
So if the person wants to make it on their own,
mm-hmm.
that's quite a challenge because firstly you have to create that name in the market. I'm talking only about a trainer right now. So you have to create that name in the market. So the first thing you do is when you approach a corporate or a company, anything, a small to medium business if you want, you have to give them more value for their money. It's not just those 6 hours that day. It's pre and post training. So give them something pre, that you're going to do an evaluation of the training needs, or you're going to talk to the participants, you're going to, how you're going to marry up with the HR, and what is the actual value that they're going to get in the training has to be specified. Then there has to be a hand-holding for at least 30 days.
Okay.
So post the training, there has to be something that tells them that, okay, this person's been there. So we generally do 2 interventions online. So that is up to the trainer, how they want to add value.
Okay. Yeah. Suppose this comes NLP. So आजकल market में what is the hottest course when it comes to training background?
Okay, training background. The immense number. The immense. Emotional intelligence is one. NLP of course is. NLP is the base, I would say, for any other specialization to take place.
Okay.
And parallel to NLP, you have a lot of things like transactional analysis, you have EQ, like I said, resilience coaching. So there are a huge variety, and NLP is just one of the ways to get a whole bouquet of your things. So NLP, like it talks about neuro-linguistic programming. So it takes the neuro part, the thinking part, linguistic part is included. So pretty much you've covered a whole range. And NLP is not just training specific. Even if you don't want to train, for yourself
as an individual, it will make me grow.
Yes.
It will give me an insight about myself.
It will sort of life.
Okay. So that's nice. I so wish to do that. I so wish that I also take out time and do it sometime.
I say, Arthi, it's a must for everybody. Everybody should give themselves a course.
Like your books, which have very different titles.
Yeah.
Your Instagram handle, I was seeing, also has a very different name to it. Green Warriors.
Yes, Green
Warrior. So what is the story behind it, or is there a reason behind it?
Yes. So Arthi, I feel very, very strongly about sustainability and how each one of us can contribute towards it. We can't keep saying that the weather is changing, things are happening, glaciers are melting, and let the government do something about it. Each one has to do something on their own. So when I talk about sustainability in personal lives, it is about carrying your own crockery, cutlery, having no disposables. Because even if you're using a disposable which is compostable, it is ultimately going to the landfills, adding to the kooda kachra that we already have. And what I really feel is that not just do it yourself, spread awareness. Because people are not averse to doing things which are good for the nature. They just don't have the awareness.
Yeah. Awareness and patience, probably.
Patience, and also then make sure you can tell them where to buy these things from. Now they're very easily available online. पहले होता था जब मैंने start किया था मिलता नहीं था खुद बनाना पड़ता था सब कुछ. Now it is available. So I think the Green Warrior is all about being green in the warrior sense of the word. Just spreading the awareness to a degree. Even things like deleting emails. The server space the electricity that is used, the energy that is used to sustain the servers. And it takes 5 minutes to delete the unwanted mails. So small little steps on a daily basis.
I will do that. I will become a green warrior. I will delete my unwanted mails.
And
that's something that I
declutter the mind also. NLP will also work. Declutter the mind with it. So that's a passion. That's something I believe very, very strongly.
So Payal, it is so wonderful that you are giving opportunities to fauji wives, who are probably who've left their jobs or who are looking for new opportunities. So if I want to join Wings, what am I supposed to do? And what are the basic prerequisites that I should have to approach you?
All right. So firstly, very simple. You just have to let one of us know that you want to join. So subsequently, we'd probably ask for a short write-up. Doesn't need to be a, properly made profile or a biodata, because I've seen this, that a lot of us fauji women, we don't even have a biodata made out because of the lack of opportunities. So nobody's really got down to doing that. So anything would do.
Probably the last time we, gave our resignation, उसके बाद शायद हमने update भी नहीं किया.
Exactly. So और कईयों के तो बनते ही नहीं है, because शादी के बाद posting हो गई, बच्चे हो गए, ये हो गया, you're the sole parent. वो कभी काम ही नहीं होता उसके बाद, तो कुछ है ही नहीं. So just a basic idea about your area of interest and expertise, or what you would like to develop yourself in. So once we have that, it goes into our database. And whenever we have a requirement, we fish it out, we'll contact you, and there you go.
So you give opportunities for content writing, for training, and
coaching if you're a coach. So abhi tak we have a lot of coaches with us associated. So it's basically content writing is the major chunk. Because Fauji Wives.
Are you doing it for various publication houses?
Yeah, we're doing it for a lot of publication houses, tech companies, a lot of individuals also. So whoever wants their LinkedIn profiles done up, or ghost writing for them, editing their books. So publication houses typically have academic content. We have the white papers taken out. So all kinds of subjects, all kinds of content.
So touchwood work keeps flowing for you guys?
Touchwood,
it should be that way.
It's picked up. It's picked up. I would say the first few years. Quite a few years, I would say. 4 to 5 years were tough. We were struggling. They, like for any entrepreneur.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that setting stage which happens, and in which there's
once your clients know your worth, then it's all word of mouth, and
it's all word of mouth.
People will approach you again.
Absolutely.
They will not go back to another new person. So talking about going back to another new person. So this person in your life, your business partner.
Yeah. All right.
Your best friend.
My prominent person in my life.
So, something that you want to tell her?
Tell her. I will just say, thank you, Minnie. Thank you for being there for me. I know you don't like being called Minnie in public. So thank you, Priyanka, for being there, for being mine, for being a part of my dream and your dream. And I hope we're together forever, and we can take wings to the heights that we want to take it to.
How lovely. And I'm sure that you guys will take it to that level. So another partner of yours, your life partner.
Yes.
I'm sure that he has immense contribution in terms of forever being with you and letting you be.
Yes, I would say.
I think that's what it takes for a woman to do what she wants. So definitely. Something for your husband.
A message for them?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, so here's for you, Amit, for being my best friend since school. And I think without your support, I wouldn't have got anywhere. You let me do whatever I wanted, let me throw the tantrums, let me bitch, let me crib, and you took care of everything back at home. Thank you so much for everything in life.
How was the transition? I mean, I'm sure if you had a fauji background, the transition would have been a little simpler for you. But if you're from a non-fauji background.
So I am from a fauji background.
But being a daughter and a wife is absolutely different, right?
I was going to come there. It's totally different. As a brat, as a fauji brat, it's all fun and roses.
Yeah. And when you become a wife, then it becomes absolutely different.
A lot of responsibility. So transition from a kid to a wife, or from a fauji wife to
a fauji daughter to a fauji wife.
Fauji daughter to a fauji wife. So yeah, basically that. So as a kid, life is full of adventure. Fauji kids they actually have it all. You're just moving schools very regularly, which is a pain.
Yeah.
Where you leave your friends before you start to really get to know them. But otherwise, I think it was one of the best. I wouldn't trade my childhood for anything else. And being a 45 also, I think.
But you knew what you were getting into, right? If it's a love marriage, you knew that you were getting married to a fauji, you knew what to expect.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I wouldn't trade this for anything else either. So we have commitments, we have back-to-back, things that we do in the forge. But I would say that there's so much of support. You have the kind of support at home, and even when you're younger, when you don't typically have the books, which is the major thing, But then also the mess is there to look after you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of support that you get in the forge, and
बैकग्राउंड में बहुत कुछ होता रहता है which is able to support you.
Absolutely, you said it. Background में बहुत कुछ होता रहता है, and also at this age, I can see the difference we're making. When I was younger, I was quite a rebel. कि मुझे ये भी नहीं करना, ये भी नहीं करना, ये भी नहीं करना है. But now I can see the difference the forge makes into the lives of all the women, all the children, who are left.
Yeah.
So all these things are for a
Have you also been single parenting for quite some time?
Yeah.
So, what are the challenges that you faced as a single parent?
One typical one I'll tell you, which every fauji wife will agree to, is the kids fall sick when the father is not there. They have this knack of either getting hurt badly or going through a major ailment when the father is not there. So one is that. Second, of course, the schools. So, like when my daughter was going to college in 12th, my husband wasn't there. I had no idea about colleges. And to, really nowadays college is such a big deal to get through all of them.
Yeah,
to
so
drive
true.
to the applications, the competitions, everything happening. Then even looking after the parents, I think, not just the children, the emotional support that the parents need. And you really, though I do crib to him a lot, but you can't bother them with everything because they have a lot on their minds.
Yeah.
You have to be mindful about their well-being as well. So this whole thing about the family has to be handled by you.
Yeah.
But I think that just makes us stronger.
Yeah.
Makes
Basically,
us
you become the
more
director.
Yes.
And you're the hero as well.
Absolutely. Not like that.
It's your movie there.
Absolutely.
So talking about direction and what is the what's the height that you want to see Wings at? What is your vision for Wings?
That's what Priyanka and I keep brainstorming about. And I would say, Arthi, we want to be able to give some meaningful employment to any and every woman who approaches us. From giving point of view, right now we don't have enough contracts or projects that any and everybody can do. But we want to be that place that if they come to us, they definitely get something meaningful. And something which is productive, which is meaningful in terms of the money they earn also. And we want to be one-stop shop for all the training and the content needs of the clients. If the companies look at something for quality, they turn to Wings. So that's the vision. So we have to go there.
Amazing. I'm sure that you guys will reach there.
Thank you.
Because 12 साल survive करना industry में is not easy.
It's not easy.
Because there are so many players in the market.
Absolutely. And they're growing by the now.
Exactly.
They're growing by the day.
So true.
Trainers and coaches. I think because once it is a very fulfilling part. As a coach, you're very fulfilled as a person. So I think they're just growing in numbers.
Exactly. And a lot of people are also doing it as a consultant. They are doing something else as a full-time job. But वो ये भी कर रहे हैं because they say this is my passion.
This is my
ये भी कर रहे हैं. And then they enter the market and they say that we'll do it for less money. Don't you think so? That happens so often.
That happens so much. You get trainers who are good trainers.
Yes.
For such less price because they're doing it for a passion. So
yeah. So there are women like us in the forge. I have met so many. I'm sure you've met more than me. So they want to do something. They have an idea. So what does it take to make it into a reality and be at it?
Be at it. That's a very, very good question, Arthi, I must say. Because see, most of the women you meet, they do want to do something. Firstly, to have an idea is great. So it starts with an idea. But then idea has to be converted to reality. So the idea and reality, the distance is a long one. And action is the only thing that's going to take you there. So one, find out if the idea is viable in the market. Firstly, it should not be a fantastic idea. Be current, be real. How are you going to contribute? What is going to be your USP that is going to differentiate you from the other players? So for that, if there's nothing else, qualify yourselves. Qualify yourselves to be the best. So that if a person looks at you, says, okay, this person definitely at least has the experience at the certifications. Take up smaller projects. Money doesn't come right in the beginning. Money will come, you don't earn your worth, you deserve your worth. So wait for that to happen. For trainers, I always say take up free projects. Or coaches. You coach 100 hours for free. Look at the experience you get.
Exactly.
You
grow so much as a person after doing so many hours of training. Yeah.
Exactly. So just do it for free if you have to. If you're a baker, if you're a home baker, make cakes for everybody. Update your knowledge, upskill yourself. I think the most important thing is to upskill.
Upskill and stay in trend. So tell me, you've been there and you keep updating yourself. In spite of that, you take out time to even author books.
Yeah, that's a passion.
So, कब रात को लिखते हो आप?
So, मेरे लिए दिन में जागना बहुत मुश्किल है. So मैं दिन में जागती हूँ.
Okay.
So when I really have to do it, like with my first book, I used to get up at 5:30, which is a big challenge for me.
Okay.
So that's the time that nobody would be up.
But you're able to get up and write?
When you're thinking of a book, you're thinking of it 24/7.
Okay.
So you have these things in your mind, and when you start writing, it's so enjoyable, it's so therapeutic that you just sit down.
How did you come up with the names of your books? They are so intriguing and witty.
Alright, the first one was for my daughter. So I told her that this is the gist and whatever. So she came up with Kantabai Private Limited.
Okay.
So that was hers, and the cover was drawn by an illustrator.
Okay.
So I had hired her. She's my daughter's best friend's sister.
Okay.
But she's
a professional.
Professional. She came up with the cover, and the second one was just came up.
Okay.
I mean, I just thought of it because the book was about the middle age, and I just thought that me and my middle age. It's a conversation between me and my middle age. So
your conscious and your subconscious, huh?
No, me and my middle age. Middle age is very consciously there.
Middle age is something that people do not want to accept it also, na?
Yeah.
They accept the subconscious level, conscious level में they say नहीं भैया middle age.
Middle age.
नहीं ठीक है, हाँ है ना? Age is just a number.
And age is just a number, even in the middle age. Age is just a number.
So, do you have a third book ready or you thought about it?
Yeah. So I'm nearly at the end of it.
Okay.
And this is more profession based because recently I joined a group, a study group, a learning and growing group. And they said that your books should be your visiting cards. So you have to talk about what you do through your books. So I said, okay, none of my books.
It's so nice.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And none of my previous ones are my books. They're me. So I said, okay, now I'll work on this.
Okay.
And more so also, Arthi, like after having coached for nearly 8 years now, there are a lot of questions that, very intriguing, very introspective questions that are there, which I feel will help people a lot. So my next book is a lot on that. It is Happiness Mantra.
Okay.
So I have to name it yet, but it is like how each person can get to sustained happiness, not just those thrills and pleasures.
This is what you seek and how to seek it.
Yeah, how to get there.
Okay.
So that's, I hope it comes out soon.
It will come out soon and all the best.
Thank you so much, Arthi. Been a wonderful, wonderful conversation here.
Thank you. What a lovely personality. ग्रीन वॉरियर से लेकर के कोच भी हैं, ट्रेनर भी हैं, ऑथर भी हैं, अपने पैशंस भी फॉलो करती हैं. आई जस्ट सो होप कि कम से कम मैं आज ये शो के बाद अपने अनवांटेड ईमेल्स ही डिलीट कर दूं. Thank you so much for being with me on today's show. Do like, comment and subscribe on my channel. Thank you so much for your time.